Welcome to the first video for the gaming side. You're with Charterboat. Today we are in City Skylines. I've put a few hours into City Skylines and have learnt a few things, but first with a review of City Skylines. It is an amazing city simulator building game. It's a lot better than playing SimCities Online or SimCities 13, whichever way you want to call it, both the same game. It adds in a few things, it removes a few things. Overall, the user interface I have found really easy to use and understand. Provides everything you need really well. There's new features coming out soon in the expansion that they've just announced. That'll be out later on this year. As soon as that comes out, I'll endeavour to get a review up of the expansion and show you the new features and stuff like that of it. As you can see, I've got a city going already for us to jump into. There is no mods active on this one. Later on down the track, there will be mods added in. If you have any mods that you would like to see used, please add a comment and I will endeavour to get a video of that mod in use, as well as use it as part of the mods that I use. With the videos that I upload for this channel, I will be trying to keep them to 20 minutes a piece. So if I do a multiplayer session, I will be cutting it down into parts, so that way you're not having to watch an extended session. You're just having to watch 20 minutes and then another time another 20 minutes and vice versa. There will also be a cooking food side to this. The food will be quick, easy recipes and nothing too hard. Yeah, I may show you a few of the more extravagant meals, but at the end of the day they are very simple, very easy to make meals. And so we'll get started in the City Skylines now. So there's three sections: residential, commercial and industrial. You can see the three sections here. At the moment I'm trying to avoid using any major roads that have traffic lights on them, just because the traffic lights add so much congestion to the roads. Best thing I've learnt about this thing is treat it as if you'd want to live in it yourself. So look out into the real world, the suburban areas, the industrial areas, the commercial sectors. Try work off of what's in real life, because I'm trying to build estates as such, where there are houses in those estates, so that you can mitigate how much traffic's going on and off the road at any given point. So if there's more traffic going through one place, I'll try build an area to smooth it out so that there's not so much traffic going through it, and vice versa everywhere else. Trying to keep on top of your power, your water and everything else like that to try keep it. So at the moment I don't have much demand on anything within the city. I've got very small demand on residential, very little demand. So I'm going to take the opportunity to just expand the zone over here. The reason I work in grids is just because I'm trying to maximize the amount of space that I use in the game, because that way then I'm not having big areas. I can actually fit in more houses, more commercial, more residential and stuff like that. Later on, yeah, I'll start using more organic, more flexible building methods to see how they show up. But for now I'm just trying to build a bigger city. This is still just the first section of construction here, so it will be expanded upon. More highways, more bus routes, metro tunnels and stuff like that. So it will be expanded upon and built upon and everything else like that. As you would a natural city, you don't go headstrong and build everything at once. You build in sections. So off the highway I'm running two just standard one-way streets. The reason for that is because they hold a lot more traffic than your standard normal streets, but they do not put traffic lights in it. So that's all give way signs. And I find they work the smoothest in city skylines at the moment. So with that, we'll continue to keep going and building and everything else like that. So over here I've got a district, as they call it in the game, or a sub area. It's allowed me to put in a different thing. So because if we go through and look at our natural resources, that's fertile land. So I've gone through and made it a farming area. Over the back here is more forest area, and that's where I'll turn around and make more forestry areas. And then we've got ore sitting over here, and I'll turn that into an ore mining area, so that way I'm not having to rely on outward connections as much for my coal supply for the power plant that's sitting over there. So at the moment I've still got, there's not enough customers for my commercial area. Still only running the small density area. So I'm just going to speed this up and in the game, not in the video, and we'll see how we go. Now if we have a look at our education, we're over capacity on our elementary school, but our high school, it's coming near capacity. So when I get enough money, I'm going to build another high school, but I'm going to build it over this side, because that way then we're spreading the availability out amongst the entire city, not just one area. So when I build into higher density stuff, it does make a difference on where you build and stuff like that. So the higher density, there's a lot more population as would be in real life, so therefore you're having to try just adapt to those changing environments and stuff like that. As you would in building a real city, it's very fluid, it changes in everything it does. So look at the money, my budget is really good. I load up this. I've got a loan currently, and I'm paying it back slowly but surely. I went with the global credit loan before I started this because I was running into a few problems with my budget, so I've just mitigated that and turned around and just started adding in a few extra things. So now I'm going to add in this extra high school. I'm just going to put it over here, and in doing so it also increases the happiness around there, so it will also increase the density, or not the density, but the grade of building that it is. So the green arrows on top of these are the buildings upgrading and stuff like that, so it's just increasing in size as it goes. I'm going to expand this industrial sector out to the back instead of building back towards this way. At the moment my area is getting filled up. I've just got another area, so it's just filling that area up now. So I'm going to go through and add another sewage valve over here, just because this one over here is at capacity currently. So it's running at its maximum capacity. So if we click on the water title here, you'll see how much sewage is going out of the city. At the moment I'm just using sewage outlets, and I'm going to put them downstream of where my inlet is, which is, or water pump, which is up the top here. So we're going to continue building out this industrial sector up here. And this industrial sector is going to be primarily just for forestry. Once again, yes, I'm working in the grid pattern. Some people don't like it. I'm not too fussed on it because it allows just a bit extra in the build bars. So as you can see, I'm just adding a new sector in here, and it's going to be just for forestry. So when I go through and add in the new buildings, they're just going to build the forestry buildings. Now, if you give me a second, I'm going to turn the music volume down just a slight little bit because it's just getting that little bit too loud for me. Sorry. So as you can see, it's building more wood and stuff like that. While it's doing that, I'm going to add in some more parks as such. Yeah, I've got props and stuff like that, but the more parks you add in, the greater the happiness. And even with the industrial area, the happiness is key, because that way then you can continue to get the next level in the building, and they produce more goods for your city. So it's just like a normal area. You need the extra happiness for them to continue building up. So you've got 3 tiers with the happiness with the industrial sectors. So I don't mind having a little bit extra in the way of parks just to keep that happiness going and stuff like that. Also going to do the same to there. And as you can see, I've got really bad happiness over here. So I've got to try keep on top of that happiness as I build, just so that I can continue to increase the population. Speed it up again. Now, if you have any suggestions or anything you'd like me to try out and see if I can improve with the city, please just add it to the comments and I'll see what I can do to continue to add in your suggestions to see if we can continue to grow this city. I'm trying to leave the road around this traffic area here untouched with buildings, just because I want it to remain just an open thoroughfare for vehicles to drive through. It also adds nicety. Now, a really cheeky way of getting a bit extra happiness is by upgrading the roads in your city to have trees in them, as those trees just add that little bit of happiness to your city. Doesn't affect the traffic too much or anything like that I've noticed, and it can increase that happiness just that little bit in your city, enough for it to continue to grow the way that you need it to grow for yourself. And I'm having power or brownouts over here as I'm just on the balancing point with my power consumption in the city. So I'm just going to save up just a little bit of money so that I can put in a new power plant. I've just unlocked a new power plant, but I'm not going to put it on. I'm going to continue using the coal plants, as I do have ore, but I don't have any oil in this city. So, and I've got a lot of demand for residential at the moment, so I've got to add in some more residential areas and stuff like that because it's going through the roof. So once we get this in, we'll sort out our brownouts and we'll get some more areas into our city. Yes, the filling with the trees has that little bit more cost to it, but I've found that just that little bit of greenery can make that difference in the happiness levels of your citizens. Now, I'm going to leave you here for today. Please remember to like, subscribe and comment. Once again, if you have any mods or anything that you'd like me to try in City Skylines, please add it to the comments and I will endeavour to add them in and reply to your comments as well during the videos. So till next time, enjoy the gaming and have a great time.